Hello, I'm Dr. Keeler, your instructor for BSAN 775. And this course in the online offering, it will be almost identical to the in-person. I'm super excited to teach you and have a lively learning experience. The kind of some first things I'd like to do is just introduce myself, but also go through the syllabus with you briefly and show you a couple of things, and then with some software that we'll use, in particular Google Colab and using Python. Don't worry, it's not a lot of Python, and most of the scripts are already generated, so you do not have to be proficient in it. And then there's another software. It's similar to SPSS, but it's a free version called JASP. Okay. And then I'll spend a few minutes going through chapter one of the textbook. So, a couple of things before I get into the syllabus. With your Blackboard and access to McGraw-Hill, that has been resolved. And so, whenever I show you a little bit later, all you need to do is click on your first reading assignment. Make sure you use your WSU email account, and all would be fine. So you can access the modules and the deliverables. Okay, so use the syllabus as a roadmap and as a guide. Um, Obviously, we're online, so to contact me, send me an email, and we can either what I can't answer via email, we can set up a Zoom session. I particularly do not care for Teams, so it will be either Zoom or Google Meet. So, and this course is like super exciting, and it's a necessary course for MSBA students to build a base foundation in uh, analytic techniques, right? So understanding these different tools and how we make sense of a story, or the data story, how we make sense of it, right? So that's kind of the gist of the class. Analytics is, yeah, it's performing calculations, but it also encompasses interpreting patterns and stories in the data and being able to communicate that either with additional technical folks or with a non-technical supervisor or leader or stakeholder. Okay. So you'll be equipped with some of the modeling techniques, right? So we get into descriptive statistics and predictive. Prescriptive statistics would be linear optimization, some time series. We talk about time series in here, but we just don't get, we don't have enough time throughout the class. And so you see more of the prescriptive optimization, nonlinear programming, and integer programming. You'll see more of that in another course. Okay. So, and you can see right here, it says selecting the proper analytical model. I've put together, mm, I updated it last year, January, but I created it way before this class, and just to have something for students to see. Analytics is not a linear process; it's actually non-linear, and you'll see when I show you my map. And I hope you've had a chance to look at it. Obviously, we're in a 3 credit hour course. Okay, you do need the textbook. Um, you'd have to order the hard copy, but you do have access to the online version. You have that, and just click the link like it says here to uh, turn on your account so that it will sync across from the McGraw-Hill Connect website. So that's their learning management system, and it integrates into Blackboard. Okay. I've given you links here for Google Colab and JASP. You should already have access to the Microsoft Office suite. I do not use Google Sheets. um, or Apple Pages. So if you turn in work and it's not Microsoft Word for the write-up for your time for your team, I accept that as an incomplete or and I'll issue zero. I have to make this very clear because some students would send work over in an Apple, uh, whatever their Apple equivalent is. And then I have to open up my iPad and then try to convert it. And I said, it's just too much. So please submit all your work with Microsoft products, right? So Microsoft Word, PowerPoint. We'll use a little bit of Excel in this class, a tad. Okay. So protocol, I will have a video for you. It may be one like this where it's custom made for your class. It may be a video where I record from during the week with the in-person class, the traditional class, and I post it up into Blackboard. So you'll have some media uh, to watch and follow along and interpret. It's not to leave you all alone. I want to be available, but again, this is and I will be available for you. But again, we are in an online modality platform, so it's a little bit different dynamic than the traditional, right? Okay, let's see here. Just be professional in class when you do engage with your teams. They've already been assigned. Okay. If you contact me, please put you're in the online BSAN class. It helps me with other courses so I know which one you're in and I can respond accordingly. I typically respond immediately, um, no later than 72 hours. This first week's been a little bit behind, and I will catch up, like I said in a prior email, to get back to folks. One thing I don't do is uh, I don't really ever respond to emails after noon on Friday till Monday morning, just to have some reserve time for family. Um, I did this for over 10 years in academia, and I was 15 years in the corporate world. So from owning on my own business, I bought my first business at 24 for about 1.2 million. And I grew up in an entrepreneurship family. And so I'm a very untraditional professor or instructor, whatever you want to call me. I've not been a career academic. I've been doing this for the last 10 years. And so, uh, just over the last several years, I have worked through the weekends and families like we ever get a chance to see you. I'm like, I think they're like, I thought you went into academia so you could see us because you worked the 70-hour work week in corporate as a senior executive. I'm like, yeah, that's kind of supposed to be the deal. So starting 2026, I'm gonna make it so that my weekends are free up so to do that. Please hope you understand. It's not nothing towards your class. It's just trying to do some time management. Okay, so all that being said, you'll get your feedback pretty quickly with your Mike McGraw Hill Connect for your team stuff. I put 2 weeks, but I'm hoping a lot quicker, right? So you get your feedback and then you can make adjustments and corrections as necessary. Week 8 is where you're going to have some deliverables. I'll bring that up. I really think I don't anticipate there being an issue with harassment discrimination in an online class, but it's in here. There's information and you feel like that or whatever the situation, if you have a group member or team member or some type of issue, I guess you can report it to me, but I would instruct you to go this route here first if there's some type of issue with a team member or whatever. If you have a disability, send me an email and I will work with you. It is not a big deal. Um, I've had multiple students, whether they need extra test time, they need a quiet environment, um, whatever the reason is, just reach out to those folks, send me an email, then I will get a form from them and we'll proceed as necessary. No one knows about anyone with a disability. It's all protected and private information, so not a big deal. Um, like, this is kind of redundant, but we've got prohibition on discrimination. We got it up there again at the front. So, anyways, grading scale, the it's set as such, right? So 93 to 100% is A minus, and all the way down to an F. The thing with this class is you can't take below a C, or you have to repeat the course. And if you get two C's, you go on probation. If you're this is the reality if you're in an MSBA program. After a second C, a third C, you risk losing your eligibility. So in my classes, you have to work hard to get below a C. You have to work hard to get below that, right? So just do the work and you'll be fine.